Bonjour friends and welcome to a new vlog. Today I am taking you to the north of Denmark where I spent 2 weeks last summer. There we enjoyed walks in nature, good food and of course the seaside. When we arrived, the weather was almost as expected for mid-August in Denmark. Thankfully, we could enjoy some hugge time with a nice aperitif made with olive bread, which was so delicious, Italian cheese, olives and chocolate-coated almonds. The next day, the sun was out and those little fairies were glowing. I love filming them because the Danish countryside often reminds me of fairy tales. This is the house we travel to in the summer. It's surrounded by so many trees and plants. The garden is very safe and my daughter can play there all day long. The light in the house is really magical in the morning. For breakfast, we had delicious bread made with fig, one of my favorite fruit, and some farmhouse bread from the baker. It had a walnut inside which made it even tastier. Our time in northern Denmark is always relaxing. We spend time in nature surrounded by bees, the chirp of birds, and the squirrels playing in the trees. And on lucky days, you can even get to see one or two up close. When we buy our fruits and vegetables, we usually go to a farm where you can help yourself with whatever you need. There are local honey jars, fresh eggs too, and you can pay by leaving money in a little box. The closest city is called Løkken and is an old fisherman's town. It's quite small with traditional houses, but gets quite busy in the summer. One day for lunch, we went to this restaurant called Løkken Hotel. It had plenty of traditional food and even offered coloring pictures for kids. My go-to drink is always elderflower juice, and my dish here is breaded plaice with chips and homemade remoulade. For dessert, we had ice cream and I usually have vanilla soft ice with cocoa powder. I love that in this shop you can see that the cones are freshly made daily. Then we headed to the beach. Back home, we mostly chill while my daughter have a little nap. We love walking to the beach where we have so much fun. My daughter can see horses, she can run on the beach like a little wild spirit and make sand castles and dinosaurs. I love watching the waves and listening to the sea, it's so soothing. Usually to walk to the beach, we walk through a little wood. It always reminds me of some hobbit's little path and I absolutely love it. It really is an enchanted little place. After 10 minutes, we finally get to the coast where beautiful country houses stand. When you get to the cliff, it is very often windy, but I always find that it makes the landscape look alive. The house is surrounded by bushes filled with berries, which we decided to pick for a fruit salad. But turns out it was the worst idea. Despite thoroughly cleaning the berries, they were full of worms. My go-to snack or dessert is actually yogurt. And yes, they come in carton bottles in Denmark. My favorite flavor is pear and banana. Lunch is usually a typical one with lots of vegetables, proteins such as eggs or cold cuts, and of course, lots of dairies and bread to make open sandwiches, also known as smørrebrød. Cake is an essential for afternoon tea, and this one was not only gorgeous, it was also delicious. Time really slows down when we are in Denmark, and it allows us to really grasp the enchanted forest atmosphere. Especially when we can witness the wonders that nature has to offer. We also like to get out and visit the surrounding areas. One of the places we like to visit is called Rubjerg-Knud-Fyr. It is a century-old lighthouse that has the particularity of having been moved because of sand erosion, which would have caused it to fall off the cliff. The walk up to the dune and the lighthouse takes about 20 minutes, and you are surrounded by funny-shaped trees due to the strong wind and sheep. And if you feel adventurous, you can even visit the lighthouse and climb up for free. If you travel to Denmark, you must cycle at least once. The roads are mostly very flat, which makes the ride very enjoyable and not really difficult. We cycled a distance of 16 kilometers to get to a fishing town called Lundstrup. I find it more charming than Løkken, and it really gives summer holidays vibes. We had lunch at a restaurant called Hugge, where we had a traditional dish called stjerneskud. After a stop at the beach, we had ice cream as always. The flavors I chose were blueberry and strawberry. It was incredibly creamy and so flavorful. And this is how I will end the vlog. If you wonder if we swam in the sea, the answer is yes. It was 16 degrees Celsius, but we just went for it because we are Vikings. Thanks for watching my video, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more. À bientôt!